So I guess we'll find out later. We are in Florida and we didn't get here till about 1 a.m. So we didn't end up going to sleep till like 2, getting all of our stuff together. So I did not film anything yesterday. I didn't even want to film an intro because I went straight from work to packing to leaving and just full on travel. But we're in Florida. We're in Fort Lauderdale, and it is Easter weekend. So we're gonna see how busy it is. I'm hoping since it's Easter weekend it's not busy, but it could end up being the complete opposite. So I guess we'll find out and see. But Cole just went golfing. So I'm going to go on a little venture on myself. And there's a little coffee shop literally across the street from our hotel. So I'm gonna go get coffee and head to the beach. The sun's not out yet, obviously. I mean, it's out, but it's not like super warm. But I think I'm just gonna hang out by the beach and read. But obviously, since we were flying and traveling, I had a lot of time to read. And that's like my main goal for this weekend, soaking up sun and reading. So I am in the middle of Fearless because it just released last Tuesday. And I made a pretty good dent. I feel like books that are not romance are slower for me to read because I obviously have to like pay attention to what's going on. So I am on page 208, chapter 25, and I'd say it's about like 30%. I didn't log it into my Goodreads. But for those who don't know, Fearless is the third and last book of the Powerless series, and it's just a trilogy. There is a novella. I recommend reading the novella because the novella was a 5-star read for me, and anyways, the novella was a 5-star read for me, which this story is following Peyton and Kai. So in this world, it's full of elites and ordinaries, basically those with powers and without powers. And the ordinaries have always been cast out for a few decades now because they're powerless, and the powerless are like rumored to be the diseased to make others sick, or they could make the elites lose their powers. So Peyton, the main girl that we follow, she is powerless, and she kind of plays this facade of being a psychic as her power, but she's just really smart and learned to like read people and kind of go from there. So she's just been playing this facade. And Kai is the prince, and he has like the ultimate power. He's in the kingdom. His father is very like a strong king, and he has a brother Kit. He's very important. Oh, by the way, all these are duo point of view, so it bounces back from Peyton's point of view to Kai, which if you guys like Xaden from Fourth Wing, he doesn't even compare to Kai. Like, he is fantastic. He's literally everything that you need in your book boyfriend. They're also closed door, more dystopian fantasy, and I love that. Anyways, I just recommend reading it. And this is the very last book of the trilogy, so I'm trying to just soak it in because once it's done, it's done. I want to get going. I also need to find a beach towel, so we gotta find that.
That was kind of cool.
Hey guys, I'm about halfway and spent most of the time reading at the beach, but a lot of the time it was just either too bright or the sand was just getting in the way and I was getting annoyed, so I just laid there. We just ordered pizza. So it's about 7:15. We gonna get some pizza. We're gonna get some pizza and then come back here and chill out. We were outside pretty much all day long. I kind of just want to read because I want to get this book done because I want to start my next one. Can't really give an update about it because obvious spoilers, but I'm vibing with it right now. Currently they are on the ocean, so it's like pretty appropriate. The music is very loud, and I also don't want anybody to see me because it's just awkward. We spent the whole day just doing a whole bunch of stuff. We went by the beach this morning to watch the sunrise. We were just by the pool for like an hour, and now it's lunchtime, so we wanted to get some lunch, and we got lemonade. Oh my gosh. I think it's the best lemonade we've ever had. So good. And I have no idea what we're doing after lunch, but probably gonna walk around. Wouldn't be surprised if we take a nap. It's only like noon. We've been up since like 6 a.m. so we'll see. How you feeling?
My neck's broke.
He slept on his neck. Definitely wrong. Woke up this morning and could barely move it. So at least it's the last day. We're going home today and we're gonna watch the sunrise again. And it feels great out. A little windy. It's been like that all weekend. You think you'll make it with your neck?
I want to cry.
Just the things he says. It's just like, you know, he's definitely written by a woman. He is written by a woman, and that's just what it is. Got to the airport and parking lot, and I just got slammed with a wave of tiredness. And our flight doesn't leave until like almost 9 o'clock, and it is currently about 5. So we're gonna eat dinner. Oh, and I might have to take a nap or something. We also have work tomorrow morning, so this whole ending of our trip is gonna be the worst of it. Also, lips are chapped. This happens every time I like get sun exposure, and I think it's just because I can keep them really hydrated today, and I think it's this chapstick I use, and I think it makes my lips chapped. So now my lips look whack. And I don't know why they look like this when they get chapped, but sure enough, they're chapped, so that's fine. It is actually like a week or two since our vacation. I'm terrible at remembering to make an outro, and also after that vacation I was just so dead and tired and had to wake up the next morning to go to work, and then my life just began again. So I did want to talk about our trip. It was amazing. It was so nice. It was relaxing. We really didn't do anything. We didn't have anything planned because we planned it literally a week before we went. And it was Easter weekend, so we just didn't want to do really anything but relax. I did want to talk about Fearless though, because I did finish it. I did not finish it on the vacation because this is such a thick book compared to the other ones. I'll put my ratings up because I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I only rated it a 4-star. Twists and turns in here, they were shocking, but not like, they weren't like dead drop shock. There was one where I was like, okay, why didn't I see that? It was so obvious. And then the other main dead giveaway was really obvious, and I don't know how other people couldn't have seen that. It was very obvious. Just because we did get a new person's point of view, and since getting that new person's point of view, I'm like, okay, well, this is obviously important. This person they're talking about it's obviously given away. This is so hard to say without giving spoilers. I really liked it. I would say if you really like dystopian with just a little bit of fantasy, this is the perfect series for you because it's not even like a long series. They're really quick reads. I'd say this was probably the slowest one because it was so long. Reckless did feel really long, but that's just because it kind of dragged on. Thinking about all of them together is definitely a 5-star series. I loved this series. I still think about Powerful, the novella in the series. Like, I would just tell you to read this series just for that novella alone. It was so heartbreaking. I loved it. I also loved the characters in Powerful that kind of tied back into Fearless, and I loved that portion of it. And there was also a really sad part in there where that hit me. It was the main part that like really had me tearing up. So I loved this book. I don't know if I talked about reading other books. I brought 2 other books with me on vacation and didn't end up reading them, but the second book I was going to read was Wild and Wrangled, and I did finish that one. I kind of want to talk about this one too because don't think I'm gonna do like any wrap-up videos of books that I've read just because like I have not posted since December. So trying to wrap up January, February, March, and April books would be a lot. But I did just finish Wild and Wrangled, and that's also the last book of a standalone series of Rebel Blue Ranch by Lila Sage. And that series as a whole, again, 5-star series. Each individual book I'm pretty sure is rated to about 4 stars or above. I will say my favorite one will be Gus and Teddy's story, Lost and Lassoed. That will always be my favorite one out of the whole series. Last one was cute, and I loved our guy main character. The girl main character kind of pissed me off sometimes. I think that's why I loved Lost and Lassoed so much, because both of them together have such amazing character development, and they're both like, it's so hard not to love them both. They're just the cutest, typical like grumpy sunshine, but so cute. So I highly recommend that series too. And what's nice about that one is you really don't have to read every single book. You can just read one, and they don't have to be in order. That's why I love standalone series. But it's the perfect, easy cowboy romance, and it just gives you that little bit of spice without it being like an overkill. So highly recommend those 2 series. It was a great weekend, and I can't wait to do more spontaneous vacations with Cole because I feel like this year we're in our spontaneous adventure, and realizing that money can be replaceable, memories can't. It's really hard for us to do that because we both work so hard at saving and scrimping, but we're trying to learn that it's okay to just have fun and create memories. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you liked it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff you guys already know how to do, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!